It's Talk Funny, a podcast by Mark Bailey and other comics from all over. We came to Japan because a baby? What a big surprise. The Talk Funny podcast from NagoyaRadio.com and Nagoya Comedy. Here's Mark Bailey.
Mark Bailey, Mike Miller on Talk Funny. Mike, you know who Jimmy Dore is? Do you ever listen?
Yes, Jimmy Dore.
He has a podcast, and he's a comedian. I like his stand-up. It's very good. And I like him. It's hard to say anything against anything that goes against what the CDC said. What do you mean? What they said Tuesday or what they said today? Because it's not the same thing. Fauci is contradicting. You don't need a mask. You need a mask. You need 2 masks. You don't need that. But Jimmy Dore is actually on their side. He's on the side of science, and he's not a conservative, but he calls the media on their BS. He's an old-fashioned liberal. And Jimmy Dore just got canceled or attempted canceled by the CDC and trolls calling him anti-vaxxer. The reason he was called an anti-vaxxer is he got 2 vaccines and he complained that it hurt. So he's an anti-vaxxer. He took 2 vaxes. How are you an anti-vaxxer? You took the vax.
I don't know. I haven't been following Jimmy Dore.
You didn't listen to him?
No, I don't listen to him so much. He's a let's just say acquired taste, I think.
The thing I like about him is right now, basically, MSNBC, they're taking their talking points from Pfizer. CDC is changing. They're actually.
But don't worry, no one's listening to them anymore.
No,
so
they want to appease Pfizer.
Their ratings have gone to all their ratings have gone down to nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
MSNBC, CNN, and Fox News are all in the toilet right now.
So Jimmy Dore pointed out something that some conservatives have pointed out. A year ago, if you had said it might have started in a lab, Corona, you were deplatformed. Now it looks like it might have started in a lab. The 3 Chinese scientists got COVID-like
Yeah, we're not
symptoms.
sure, but here's the thing. The Chinese government covered it up, so I don't blame people for being suspicious, and I don't blame people for wanting to investigate.
It's not eliminated as possible.
Yeah, exactly. If they opened their doors and said, take a look at our stuff.
Now CDC said it's possible. A year ago, if you said that, you were deplatformed. If you said it came from a lab. No, it came naturally. A year ago, because of Trump, if you mentioned hydrochloroquine, if you mentioned that, it doesn't work. Guess what? It works. But because he mentioned it was a lightning rod.
Well, he said here's the thing is if you're as mendacious as Trump, if you say anything, people are going to assume some people are going to assume you're lying, right? Just because he lies about so many things. So that's the problem. He's his own worst enemy.
But are we listening to science?
I don't know. Is he listening to science?
No, are we? Okay, let's say you're Trump and you say something.
Yeah.
And I want to listen to science. If I listen to science, I don't care what you said. I don't care what you said.
There's a survey behind it, sure.
But they didn't go to science. Science in India, there's hydrochloroquine, and there's another one. I can't remember the name. Trump mentioned that they were good. And they were good, and they still are good, and they still work. They're working in India.
Yeah, I think
because he mentioned it, it became a lightning rod. But that's not. I'm sorry, that's not science.
I think at the time he said it that science wasn't in, but maybe the science is in now. I don't know.
Science was in. It was in India. We don't get science all over the world.
How about the bleach?
Yeah, he never said bleach. He said disinfectant, right?
Disinfectant.
That hasn't been proven yet.
Yeah.
To your side, you would think that he would realize, wait a minute, this drug actually works, so I should probably not even talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a good drug.
He should have said, this doesn't work. Then people would have been like, oh, it works.
But then he lied. That's another lie, because he said it didn't work. Well, he lied about hydrochloroquine. He said it worked, but it doesn't work. Now it does work, but he didn't lie.
Philosophy question, your knight and knave questions?
What he should have said was, there's a really good drug that a lot of people are excited about. I will let Anthony Fauci tell you about it.
I think he should have said, people are saying.
Yeah. So what do you think about what Fauci said? Which Fauci do you
I don't know. I don't listen to Fauci so much, but I think he's been all over the map. I agree with you. He said a lot of stuff. It's different. But then again, at the same time, some of the stuff that people have been saying over the months is because the scientific consensus has changed. The thing is, science is not set in stone. It changes all the time. So, but yeah, when he said no masks, I thought that was kind of dumb. I agree with you. That was pretty irresponsible.
And then he admitted, well, I said it because I wanted the nurses to get the masks.
That's stupid. He was undermining his own case. He shouldn't have done that.
So what he said basically is, I'm sorry I lied to you about that. But no, I'm not lying anymore.
No, I'm not lying anymore.
So it goes back to one of the guys I work with, and I think I told the story. For 20 years, he had a fake master's degree. And he came to me.
And then it became real? Was it like Pinocchio? Like someone gave him like a magic wand, and you're now a real master's? He and his
BS friend came to me, and they said, we know you have real master's degrees. We're thinking of getting a real one. And I said, well, rule number one, we don't call it a real master's. We just call it a master's. He goes, but I've already called it that. And I said, that's the rub, see? I said the thing is now you're going to have to change your resumes, your CVs. So people that have your old CV, like I keep all CVs.
Yeah.
I'm going to compare it to the one you gave me 5 years ago.
Ah, that's smart.
So you don't have the fake one on here anymore. You have a real one.
Oh,
You have
it's from a different university.
Kind of weird.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah. And so I said it's kind of like saying I'm a scorpion and I stung you 3 times, but if we go out onto the pond, I'm not going to sting you. Then you already lied about it. So you don't really need a new master's. You've kind of burnt your bridges. People that know you lied about it.
Here's another thing. Let me tell you another lie is the lie that a lot of these universities and schools say that you actually need a master's degree to teach English. I mean, that's kind of a lie, isn't it? Seriously.
Yeah, I think, we all know people who've gotten in because they needed someone. I think it's a Monka show, Ministry of Education and
Probably.
Science. A suggestion of theirs, a strong suggestion that if you can get those people, you get those people. But, who knows if it's in the law.
And I think here in Japan, there's people with there's fake credentials, but I think Korea has a lot more, and probably China as well. And a lot of people go to Thailand, and you can walk down Khao San Road in Bangkok, and there's people selling everything there. They got fake IDs. They'll take your picture. They'll give you a fake ID from like New York or Massachusetts or whatever in the U.S. or Ontario, Canada. They'll give you a fake diploma. If you want a fake master's, they'll print it right there on the spot for you.
I was really impressed to see that you were a head engineer at NASA.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't like to talk about those times.
I didn't know they
very dark.
They hire Canadians.
That was very, very dark time for me. I don't like to talk about that, Mark.
That's weird. You were the 7th member of Van Halen. That was weird.
Yeah, that was coincidence. Also, I don't like to talk about my Order of Canada. That was kind of a
the photo you took in 1984 with Van Halen.
Yeah,
you were the only guy with a cell phone with an Apple.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that some people have said that. I think that's
i7.
that's an urban legend. That's not true. It was actually a Nokia.
So now the big topic is if you've ever listened to Ben Shapiro, he's complaining a lot about cancel culture. But why am I still hearing him? Right? Isn't he doing fine?
When are we going to cancel Ben Shapiro, and what can we do to do it? That's what I want to know.
But I think he's found the model, which is the model we have. People can't cancel us.
No, of course,
because we don't have any sponsors. Nobody pays us.
That's our secret.
The only business model is you pay us to shut up, we'll do it. You pay us to shut up.
We don't have a business model. We have a bankruptcy model.
It's been Mark Bailey, Mike Miller, and Talk Funny.